Not a great way to start. So a student presented this game based on Mario Kart today in a class. It made me want to try it out. Alright, let's get on to the next race. I have not played Double Dash probably since college. I'll still bring those blue sparks. But if you're just joining me, so student gonna mess with the volume here. So a student presented a game that was based on Double Dash today. Made me remember that I have not played this game forever. GameCube was a pretty awesome system, though. I mean, of course, this is using Dolphin to upscale. Nick Alvarado, hello, sir. I looked at your chat and I went off the road. I'm not blaming you, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, I actually hated this one when it came out.
Oh, yeah. Who's number one now? Me. Woohoo! I'm the winner.
Nick Alvarado, how's it going, sir? Actually have some viewers out there. Wow. How's everybody doing tonight? Just some late night gaming fun here. Jace, you got an NT? You know you're not getting extra credit, right? How's my volume, guys? Is it okay? God damn it. Oh yeah. Oh! Take this, Donkey Kong. No, for any students, this is not class. This is just me playing around, itching to play some Mario Kart. I'm gonna bring the chat window so I can see a little better here one sec. Actually, you know what? They make pause buttons for a reason. Oh my god, is that Andrew Allen? Five-way revenge up in here. Fantastic. Jace, that cracks me up. You thought it was class. So Andrew, anyone else who's not my student, I Twitch stream sometimes for the game class. So I'm gonna go ahead and no. Oh, it won't let me look at the chat while I play. Covers it up. That's okay. What I will do is full screen it this way. So Andrew, I expect to see your albums soon. Or have you already been selected to do that? Ah! Man, I am rusty. This is embarrassing.
Oh yeah, who's number one now? Me. Woohoo! I'm the winner.
Yeah, I'm hoping to start, oh, well, damn it. Okay, it should be back now. It's because I changed the things around so I could actually see you guys chatting. But we should be good to go now. All right. Oh, god damn it. Just like class with more swearing. Sorry. All right. Those heat effects. I don't even know if I could see those playing this game on yellow composite cables back in the day. But yeah, I ordered a new capture card. Because my old one... Oh, that was awful. Could only do 720p and not very well. So, Voltar, who I don't think you're watching, who modded my Famicom AV here recently, looked at a bunch of capture devices that were cheaper but functioned well. So that is what I'm going to be trying. My first one got lost in the mail though. Ordered it early to mid-April. So they sent me a new one. Let's see if I get it this time. Has anyone seen the Mario 64 PC port that came out here recently? I was playing that earlier too. I was actually going to stream that, but Nintendo's pretty upset about that, so that's probably not a good idea. But, so, Super Mario 64 was completely decompiled and then built from the ground up to run on PC. It's not emulated, it's actually running natively on PC. And it runs at whatever resolution your monitor's set at. And if you plug in an Xbox One controller, it just works right away. It's pretty fantastic. After the semester's over, I think I'm going to get Doom Eternal. Oh, I was looking at the stream isn't still paused, right? Sorry. I shouldn't look at the other monitor. Bad, bad. Thanks, Jace. Oh, does it? Is it? I loved the first one. And we just got a... I've been waiting for a while to get an OLED TV. And we got a, Hey, Charlie! How's it going? Always good to have a journalist in the mix here. Yeah, again, I'm gonna be streaming more here once I get my capture card, my new capture device. But so very cool to see you, Charlie. So Andrew, Doom Eternal, back to what I was saying. And by the way, this is Dolphin, so I don't have my saves from my memory card. Otherwise, I would have all unlocked. But I haven't played this since I unlocked everything. Yeah, and I know I'm doing 50cc. I'm just wanting to see the tracks, honestly. Cool. That actually sounds kind of good to have a super hard and demanding game. But so I've been watching this 4K TV, this LG OLED that I've been wanting forever. And literally one night I couldn't sleep. And I woke up and just happened to check Amazon. and that TV was on alert on like a super ridiculous sale. It was an open box item. So we went ahead and ordered it, and so I finally have 4K and HDR, and wow, is it amazing. The 1X looks so good. So I've been playing Titanfall 2 again on it. But Doom Eternal just looks like so much fun. What else have you guys been playing out there? So those glitches, by the way, when it freezes for a second, I have this stuff turned way up, all the settings. And if there's a shader that's used that wasn't preloaded, it has to compile that shader, and that's what those little bumps are. Team Fortress 2, really? Jace, so you're trying to upgrade to stream in 4K? I don't think I'll be streaming in 4K yet. The capture card actually captures 4K, but only output 1080p. We'll see how it goes. If I really get into it, I'll get a 4K one. I could definitely stream PC stuff in 4K. Or... Team Fortress 2 is a great game, though. Oh! Charlie, have you not played the Portal games? They are phenomenal. Oh. I was just talking about Team Fortress 2 in class. That's probably why that came up. But yeah, Titanfall 2 is definitely a classic. Oddly enough, I started playing Titanfall 2 and the kids were getting really into Power Rangers. And so when you get in your big mech guy, they kind of are like, oh, Power Rangers. But yeah, Charlie, you should definitely play Portal. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. You know, I'm crazy into all generations of games, so I'll be playing Doom Eternal. Oh, you have? Okay, I gotcha. You're just playing it again. Yeah, that story is phenomenal. I love the writing. No, I know. I still don't have a VR setup yet. I want one really bad. We've had all sorts of weird stuff happen. Like, we had to replace the garage door. The refrigerator just went out. I know, boo. I know. There's no excuse. Whatever. But it's definitely top on my list because Half-Life is one of my greatest favorite series. It's actually in this game class I'm teaching, Andrew. Can you imagine trying to pick games from all generations to show? I actually put in a grant for one. For just one, so... Well, I probably shouldn't talk about internal workings. Well, the other problem is, with the new tax laws in the last year, I can only write off $250 total a year. Any teacher of any kind. But I definitely need to get a VR setup. So Jace, why you say it's not a good time? Probably because there are gonna be some new stuff coming out soon. It's kind of interesting because this is a mixture of my students and then friends. So Five-Way Revenge guys so I'm streaming this on like 5 different platforms. But he's on Mixer, and he wrote a phenomenal VR game that I'm probably gonna be the first game I play when I get VR. But I'm streaming currently on YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, Periscope, and Facebook. I think Twitch is my favorite platform, though. Oh, well, Mixer's pretty cool in terms of the quality and everything. I don't want to throw Mixer out. Oh, of course. Of course. Actually, whenever I try to justify getting the VR thing, I'm like, well, I could play Andrew's game then. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Ah! Alright, later, Andrew. It's good to talk to you. We should game soon. Let me know what you're playing. Because once I get done grading, it's going to be game time. Oh! Look at this track design. How freaking cool is that? But I remember, honestly, when I first played Double Dash, I was in college. And I had played so... Damn it. I had played so much Mario Kart 64 that I was just kind of burnt out of Mario Kart, I think. But later, when I played it later, I realized what a great game I missed out on. Oh, PSVR. No, the console-based VR is what's gonna really popularize it. Oh, I forgot you could go down. That's so cool. Man, it's been a long time since I played. The console VR is really cool. And I've thought about the PSVR as well. But honestly, I don't want to get VR if I can't play my friend's game. But next gen, PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch Pro Master Super Edition, whatever they're gonna call it. Man, I am talking too much and sucking. Oh, that was Bohij O'Neill. I'm sorry. It wasn't Jace that said that. Ah! I need to stop looking away. No, I think console VR, especially next gen. Who knows? It's probably all marketing hype. It usually is, but there's all this talk about how the next console generation is going to be more of... Oh, man. No. Bad. It's terrible.
Mario get you next time.
Woo-hoo-wee! Oh, right in the fire. It's just amazing how good these games look when they're up-resed. Boga boga. Ah, la la. I need to stop looking away. Okay, let's get serious. Super serial. And that's not very good. Kind of bring the blue sparks here. Hola! So no, I'm not on a modded GameCube. I very much prefer original hardware almost all the time. That said, the Dolphin emulator is one of the best emulators I've ever seen. So, and it's actually meant to be very accurate to the original hardware. So that's what I'm playing on. I do have my game. I am just embarrassing myself here. Oh my god. So it's Dolphin. Which actually, if you don't turn up the settings, it can run on a... I always try to dodge that. A pretty modest PC. And Mac. That's okay. I gotta do better next. That's awful. Oh, it's the end. Okay, I gotta do another round. Muppen. I am Muppen. So anyway, GameCube and Wii are really the only two consoles that I like to emulate because the Dolphin emulator is so phenomenal. Oh, Sherbert Land. Now this one I remember. Bohi, did you say F? F what? Terrible gameplay. This is so awful. This, you know, it plays way differently than Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8. The turn mechanics are completely different. Waste of a power-up. Enjoy. You are on fire now. The blue sparks. I do have the component cables for GameCube though. And I actually bought them when they originally came out. off the Nintendo website for 20 bucks, whatever it was. Maybe it was more. I don't. It was 2002. But I know they go for like 300 bucks now. I'm the winner. So I got the, I haven't got it yet. Pre-ordered the mode by Terra Onion for the Saturn. So basically be plopping a hard drive in my Sega Saturn with every game on it, which is helpful because CD drives, they die. Don't last very long. I mean, I guess they last a while, but can't be without my Radiant Silver Gun. And I just, the Xbox 360, I'm so glad that they made that version. But I just don't think it's as good as the original. I mean, it just doesn't play as well for me. It's probably all in my noggin. Oh, I wanted that so much. COVID Mario Kart Double Dash. You know, they are not practicing social distancing in this game. How dare Nintendo not predict the future. There's another shader load there. Have any of you guys played Metroid Prime? Looks phenomenal in Dolphin. Bad. One of the things from Japanese class that's never left me is, what time is it? For some reason, when I think what time it is, it's the only thing that I still getting it this time. The only, not that it matters. They're brothers. They probably live together. Don't need to worry too much about social distancing. I certainly hope so. Well, maybe here in a little bit before I log off, I will show you what Prime looks like. So, OBS is awesome. I've been experimenting with it for streaming and also some things for class. It works phenomenal. It's free. That's what I'm using now, but Prime, it's one of my favorite games. One of my favorite GameCube games for sure. Just get back there. And been replaying it actually. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Prime is... Metroid in general. And for a long time, I kind of wrote off the first one. I played it when it came out. Didn't write it off then, but after Super Metroid came out, I was just kind of like, well, Super Metroid is what Metroid should have been. But really, Metroid, the original, doesn't get the respect. It's very Roger Dangerfield. Doesn't get Rodney. Doesn't get the respect it's due, unfortunately. Why did I use that? That was use that to block a thing. Has anyone been watching The Last Dance? I think it's a pretty well done doc. It's addicting. They do a really good job ending every episode, making you want to watch more. Watched. Don't think I've ever finished a Metroid game. I finished the first one way back before the Super Nintendo was even out. Super Metroid I've beaten, and that is phenomenal. Prime 1 I've beaten. Prime 2 I haven't, but I do plan to. It's in my backlog. Corruption I got really far in, the third one, and then I just moved. Just getting used to living in Los Angeles. Wow! Lagabaga. How I avoid saying made-up words when we're in classes. I love made-up words. I love power sliding. Oh my god, the Outrun game for 360 and did that come out on PS2 as well, or the PS3? It was this Xbox and yeah. The more I talk, the more banana peels you hit. Don't like it. Josh Cannon enters the party. Favorite Mario Kart hands down. You know it got a lot of flack for a long time. GameCube in general. So when we all played everything, but get up here, Mario. You dirty devil. That was awful. So Josh, I love the GameCube. I was the one, so when we did our podcast, I was the GameCube guy. And this was, of course, after it just came out. I was the GameCube guy, there was an Xbox guy, and a PS2 guy. And I was constantly having to argue. Because GameCube, you know, people didn't see its greatness. But it's kind of getting a little bit more respect, I think, now than it used to. At least it feels like that. I love the game. Peakman, such a great game. Oh, damn it! Waited too long to do that. Wind Waker, my all-time favorite. The built-in handle was nice. Yeah, you could take it with you if you needed to, you know. Yeah, the first Pro IPs were definitely better than they were on the. But then again, I like them all. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite. I mean, you have the NES that started most of these things. You have the SNES that evolved them. Yes, losing this one here. Do I have to unlock them in 100cc, don't I? Oh, here we go. Oh, I had to pick that other card. And I really like Sunshine. I know Sunshine, again, gets a bad rap. But I loved Sunshine when it came out. Defended it vigorously against those that would malign its greatness. Birdo's getting. It's hard for me to pick a favorite. Just put it that way. Otherwise, I'll just ramble about it. Played a little bit of BS Zelda today, which was the Super Nintendo remake of the original Legend of Zelda that never came out in the United States. Yeah, the blue coins are kind of like, yeah. But it irritates me because everyone's always talking crap about Sunshine, but it's a good game. God. Dang it. Oh my god, every day people are like, oh, Nintendo's gonna die. My nickname was Break My Next Break. What are you gonna do when Nintendo dies? Well, currently have their best, quickest selling system in 2020. Should have used that earlier.
Mario get you next time.
So who's all watching on Facebook? It doesn't show me. I think part of it too, I think that's part of it. It didn't revolutionize, but also I think the setting. I think people wanted, I don't think people wanted Island Delfino, which we're on right now. So that was the general sense I got from it. My roommate, who, Shane, if you connect, doubt you will, but if you do, I am talking about you. So, he had an Xbox when he moved in. I showed him Sunshine and Prime. He literally went to the store and sold his Xbox and got a GameCube. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite system, because anytime I pick one, then there's so many great things left out. And hell, the Sega Saturn is one of my favorite games of all time. Death becomes him. This is not boding well. I think I prefer these driving mechanics to Mario Kart 8. But they are very, very different. Yeah. I don't know, you get hit by one of those things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's number one now? Me. Woohoo! I'm the winner.
Yeah, 64 I think is the one that people are going to have nostalgia for from your generation. I love Star Fox 64, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. Tons of great stuff. I really didn't like Xbox when it first came out. For really stupid reasons. But I eventually liked it a lot. Yeah, the AI here is tough, I think. F-Zero for GameCube GX is another good racing game. Star Fox Armada looks really good in Dolphin. Need to enable some ray tracing. We'll be really rolling here. Yeah, hit me with that. Damn. And of course, Melee. Tara actually bought me, her wife, we were dating in high school, she got me, can't talk, but, Melee for Christmas. Yeah, that's what the turning mechanics, you cannot do, you have to really strategize your driving. Yeah, they're just really getting me here. Um, but Nintendo's made, in general, their games quite a bit easier.
Hey, that's pretty good. Oh yeah.
Our first date, she invited me over to play N64, actually. Next course. That little heat effect is interesting, and that something the GameCube is really good at. With these little effects like that. It was really good with textures, particle effects. Writing my paper, huh? Gotcha. I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon. Probably gonna get some crime going here in a second, and then after that, go to bed. I'm gonna die. I'm terrible. All right. Good night, Josh. May the force be with you. Revenge of the Fifth. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good run for me. Oh yeah. Damn. People like you just walk between the raindrops. That was fortuitous. Mind if I do, Spiny? Still in fifth after all that gravel riding. It pulls you harder than it does in the 50. I didn't see that. You can't do the jump here like you can. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Too bad Mario. Surprised Nintendo hasn't done like an Ultimate Mario Kart that has every single track. It'd be interesting to see what something like. You know that there are several old tracks. 8, but it'd be nice to see. Oh, that was just pathetic. Pathetic. Meow, meow. Dang it. Hit. Third.
Hey, that's
Ugh.
pretty good. Oh yeah. Okie dokie. Mario get you next time.
I will. Mario will get you next time. It's me. Okay. I did want to just fire up Prime. I gotta get the save file back. I do have a save file for this. I had to reinstall recently. Loading those shaders. Bow 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 bow. Always love this little distortion that creates. GameCube was so good at lighting for its time. I just remember the first time I played this. Alright everybody, I think I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching. I'll be streaming some more soon, so keep a watch out.